Hello, dear viewers and students. Let us now come to the second part of this chapter. Dr. C V Raman, the celebrated genius, a chapter in the textbook of class 12th in Jammu and Kashmir Board of School Education. So far, we have known something about the author and also we have done the summary of the poem. Now we will come to the discussions and a sample on the explanation with reference to the context. Now let us begin with the discussions on this chapter. Okay. Now the discussions go like this. Why was the voyage Chandrasekhar Venkata Raman took in 1921 important in his life? So this is the first question. You will find it in your textbook. I have tried to give simple answers. Why was the voyage C V Raman took in 1921 important in his life? The voyage that C V Raman took in 1921 proved important in his life in the sense that while on the voyage, the scientist was moved towards the fact that why was the water of the Mediterranean Sea dark blue in shade? This question that arose in the Raman's mind led him to win Nobel Prize in Physics in the year 1930. So in this question, we are explaining this question. Dr. C V Raman was on a voyage. Voyage means a journey through sea. So he was on a voyage in 1921 as a representative of the Calcutta University to a science conference in London. So he was there. So when he was traveling through Mediterranean Sea, so he was struck to see why are the Mediterranean waters or Mediterranean Sea dark blue in shade. So this question arose in his mind, and ultimately in the University of Calcutta, he found an answer to this question. And that question, when he saw that how does a light pass through the transparent medium and then may it be solid or liquid or gaseous, how does it change like that, so what happens to the light? So this of his discoveries made him the uh, winner of the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930. Now this is next question. Raman was just an average student at the school and college. Is this true or false? Give reasons to justify your answer. So first of all, this is a false statement because we know at the age of 15, at the age of 11, he matriculated. It is not an ordinary student, cannot do it. Then at the age of 13, he had his intermediate. At the age of 15, he did his graduations. And at the age of 17, he topped the class and received an MA in physics. So you see, and also you should not get confused over here that why shouldn't there be an MSc in physics? Now it is now said, and then MA meant malab anything. You did it either in science or you did in any of the humanities or in social sciences. It was MA. So then there is no problem to get confused why the sir has not written over here MSc like that, because you will find it in your text as well. It is MA there. So it was that Raman was not. So this is a false statement that he was an average student. He was extraordinary. This is a false statement. Raman was a gifted one and extraordinary efficient. He did his matriculation at the age of just 11 and received a degree, means BA, with honors at the age of 15. At the age of 17, he was ahead of his class and earned an MA with honors. Now question 3 is there. Why could Raman not pursue higher studies abroad even though he was very keen to do so? So you have read in summary, and if you go through the text, you will find it there. Raman was very much keen to go to London, to go to abroad, to go to Europe to receive education. But he was disqualified by a doctor, citing the reason that Raman was not in a position to combat with the harshness of the climate in London, in Europe. So therefore he disqualified him. So but this did not deter Raman. So it is why Why could Raman not pursue? So Raman wanted, but the doctor, it was necessary to go for a medical test to go abroad in those days. So therefore, Raman could not pursue higher studies abroad because he was disqualified by a doctor on the medical grounds. The doctor cited the reason for Raman's disqualification that he could not withstand with the harshness of English climate. Now, the next question follows. Give an example to show that Raman's interest in science did not lessen even when he started working as an accountant general. Raman, when he completed his post graduation, he became assistant accountant general in Kolkata. But at the same time, he did his though he got a job, his interest in science did not die out. He went to the association, this in the laboratory of Indian Association for Cultivation of Sciences. He spent hours there. So it shows like that. After Raman's appointment as Assistant Accountant General in Calcutta, his interest in science did not decrease. He used to spend most of his evenings in the laboratory of the Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. This shows his keen interest in science. Now, the next question. Why was there no Indian flag when Raman was awarded the Nobel Prize? How did this affect him? As you know, India was under the British colonial rule at the time when Raman was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1930. It is after 17 years in 1947 when India became free. It is because there was no Indian flag. When Raman went to receive the Nobel Prize, he there was no Indian flag because India was a slave country then. It is because there was no Indian flag. This incident had a great impact on the sentiments of Raman. He felt humble on the sight and broke down, and tears rolled down his eyes. Now, the next question is. Raman was proud to be an Indian. How did this manifest in his personal life? Raman was a true Indian. He never gave in before the foreign attire. He never wore, he never discarded the wearing of turban or dhoti or all other things. Madrasi turban was the complete part of his dress. He never parted with it. Raman was a true Indian. He never gave in before the foreign attire. He wore traditional Indian Madrasi dress even on his tour to Europe and also on the occasion of receiving the world's most prestigious award, the Nobel Prize. Okay? The next question is. The world was not slow to recognize the importance of C V Raman's achievements. What are the other important awards he won apart from the Nobel Prize? The other awards that Chandrasekhar Venkata Raman won include the prestigious Hughes Medal in 1929, the Knighthood by the British Empire, Bharat Ratna in 1954, and the International Lenin Prize in 1957. These are the awards or honors he was conferred upon other than the Nobel Prize. I can understand the difficulties that most of you graduates have to face today. This is the statement of C V Raman. How was this possible for Raman? Raman himself had tasted the bitterness of poverty and misery. He himself had faced difficulties in life. These ups and downs in life had molded him and made him an experienced and seasoned person. He had tasted the bitterness of life. So did he tell the youth that he knew what was it to be being poor and feeling miserly and facing the hardships of life. Now, the next question goes. I admit success in life is not always to the intelligent or strong. What other qualities, according to Raman, bring success in life? Raman admitted that success is not always to the intelligent or strong, but it is a bit of gamble. According to Raman, the people who have got their minds right and know their job always succeed in life. Now, the next question is. What was Raman's philosophy of life? Means, how did he take life? Raman's philosophy of life was very simple. He held the view that one should not get disappointed on his failures. Raman believed that one should enjoy the common things in life like good lunches and dinners, evening walks in fields, and beauties of nature. He urged to appreciate one's surroundings. Now, next question. Three or four qualities of nature inspired Raman all through his life. What are they? The qualities of nature that inspired Raman throughout his life are the wonderful gifts of nature, her remarkable ingenuity, resourcefulness, and infinite variety. All these belong to the nature. The nature's wonderful gifts, nature's remarkable ingenuity, nature's resourcefulness, and infinite variety. Now, the next question follows. Raman had unusual views about patriotism. What was it? The love for earth, according to Raman, was true patriotism. Patriotism was not only in speeches to show that we are doing this and that, दिल दिया है जान भी देंगे ऐ वतन तेरे लिए, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. वो ये चाहता था that you should love the earth, you should tend to the earth. So the love for earth, according to Raman, was true patriotism. The earth and things that we grow upon the earth make human life possible. Love of one's country should be the love of that land. Raman believed that the human body returns back to the earth, and after death, whether it is cremated or buried, it returns back to the life. So, next question follows. What were Raman's views on happiness? According to Raman, the happiness does not lie in going to the movies and watching melodramas. He held the view that happiness was to appreciate the things which are given by God. He also said that happiness was to enjoy the natural things and explore one's mind and not in spending money. The next question here follows. What is an imagery? Imagery stands for mental pictures. Imageries can be experienced by readers while reading a poem. Imagery is a picture made out of words. It is not mad. It should be made. There is a spelling mistake. I pardon for that. It is made. It is not picture mad. Mad not. It is made. Imagery stands for mental pictures. Imageries can be experienced by readers while reading a poem. Imagery is a picture made of words. It signifies figurative language to signify all the objects and qualities of sense perception referred to in a poem or other works of literature. Now, this is a sample on how we can do reference to the context, and I have, as I have already given you in the heading of this lecture, that we will be doing a sample on, because likewise you can do. You see, this is from your text, and then context and explanation is given. It follows. Now you see, this is a passage. Well, I have read your papers, and when I saw a person in the audience wearing a madrasi turban, I knew it must be you. This is a passage. Now context, how can you write it? The above statement refers to the conversation between C V Raman and Lord Rutherford. The above words were spoken by Lord Rutherford. This statement of Professor Rutherford was quoted by C V Raman in answer to a query raised by the audience in the Agra University where Raman was addressing the youth. Somebody had asked him that did he not feel embarrassed in Europe wearing a madrasi turban. So you see how the context goes. In context, you have to explain briefly something. What does this sentence or this statement or this passage is about? Now you are going to explain it. In these lines, C V Raman tells the young man at the Agra University in reply to his question that he had been recognized by Lord Rutherford by his madrasi turban. When Lord Rutherford saw a person in the audience wearing a madrasi turban, he concluded that it must be myself, Dr. C V Raman. Thus, it was a mark of his distinctive identity and not a matter of embarrassment. Now, you see how we do reference to the context. Now, you open your book, go to your text, read that text. I have given you the summary, I have given you the solved questions, I have given you something about the author, I have given you a sample on the explanation, reference to the context. You please go to your book and you will not find any kinds of difficulties. Feel free to call me on my phone number 7068329225. I also repeat this. I repeat 7068329225. And also for other queries, if you have some queries, you or for some improvement in my lessons, in my lectures, please drop your comments in my inbox at my channel Ayub Khan Dilber. It is given here in this yellow line. This is my YouTube channel's name. For more grammatical lessons and other related materials, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ayub Khan Dilber. But this is optional, it is not mandatory. Please don't take it like that. It is optional. If you subscribe to my channel, you are welcome. If you don't subscribe, no problem. You can go through my channel. You can benefit from the videos on grammatical lessons and all other things on this text, doing like that. Thank you very much. Hope to meet you with next lesson. Till then, goodbye.